I know you've clicked this video because you have no clue how to properly wash your hair, and that's okay. I'm here to help you out, so make sure to avoid the next 17 mistakes. Mistake number 1 is forgetting hair oiling. What I mean by hair oiling is before you wash your hair, you want to oil up your hair. But maybe you don't have the same hair type as me, so we should use different types of hair oils. I always split hair into 2 categories. One is dry and one is oily. People with dry hair need to apply one of these 2 oils on their hair before washing it. Either jojoba oil or coconut oil. Why one of these 2 oils? Because they have so many moisturizing benefits. And these 2 oils help you reduce the damage of shampoo. Because what shampoo does, it's taken away all the natural oils your scalp produces, and these natural oils are essential to keep your hair looking moisturized. And when you apply one of these 2 oils before washing your hair, you give your hair some extra protection. And now for people with oily hair. Most people with oily hair tend to have thinner hair. And what type of oil I recommend you to apply on your scalp before washing your hair is rosemary oil.
Hey guys, I meant to say that you can't apply rosemary essential oil by itself on your scalp. Rosemary essential oil needs to be diluted with a carrier oil.
But be careful, because you can't put 100% rosemary oil on your scalp. It needs to be diluted with a carrier oil. So you either get a pre-made product that's called rosemary essential oil.
And if you get something like the rosemary oil from Manuel, this one is already a pre-made mixture and you can safely apply this one on your scalp. I just needed to clarify that because I made a mistake here.
Or if you have 100% rosemary oil, you dilute it with jojoba oil. If you do that, you can safely apply it on your scalp. What you then want to do is massage the oil nice onto your scalp. You can either use your fingertips or you can use a scalp scrubber. I would always prefer using a scalp scrubber over your fingertips because the scalp scrubber promotes blood circulation better than the fingertips. And leaving that on before showering helps get your hair thicker and stronger. Now, for how long should you leave these oils on before washing? Both of the oils that I just talked about, you should leave on for at least 30 minutes before washing them off. I always tend to leave it on for 1 to 2 hours, but I know there's some days where you don't have as much time. Mistake number 2, you're using the wrong water temperature. I know a lot of people talk about which water temperature you should use online, but I barely see people telling you the right information. So let me tell you the 2 water temperatures that you should avoid. Too hot or too cold. Too hot you want to avoid because it's just stripping away all the natural oils and gonna leave your hair extremely dry. And too cold won't open the hair cuticle, which leads to the issue that your scalp won't get cleaned as good. So why should you use lukewarm water then when you shampoo your hair? Simple. It opens up the hair cuticle without hurting your hair as much. Mistake number 3 is not making your hair fully wet. Not making your hair fully wet before you wash it will lead to the issue that your scalp won't get cleaned properly. I see so many people that just hop into the shower, wet their hair really quick, and then add shampoo, and that's not how you do it. What I always do is, before I even use shampoo, I just stand below the shower head for about 1 minute. I give my hair time to get wet. And I know that's not for everyone, because some people's hair get wet faster than others, but I still highly recommend you to put your head below the shower head for at least 1 minute before you start washing your hair. Mistake number 4 is not using the right shampoo. I don't want to start talking about the bad shampoos that you can use that have sulfates, phthalates, or silicones in them, because I feel like everyone watching this knows already that you should not have these ingredients in your shampoo. But let's go back to what I was talking about at mistake number 1, is how I split hair types: dry and oily. That's how you should choose your shampoo. For dry hair people, you have to use a moisturizing shampoo. I made a huge mistake by using a hair thickening shampoo, and that completely dried out my scalp because my hair type is already so dry and my hair type needs a lot of oils. And I used the complete wrong product, so that led me to have an extreme dry scalp. But when I made the switch to a hydrating shampoo, everything went away. Like, it worked wonders. And by using a more hydrating shampoo, you can even shampoo your hair more often, especially for the people that have to wash their hair more regularly because they work out so much, like me. And the best shampoo for oily hair people is a hair thickening shampoo. Because a hair thickening shampoo mainly contains ingredients that help make your hair thicker. And the ingredients that make your hair thicker also get rid of them oils. So you can wash your hair more frequently a week, get rid of them oils, and get thicker hair. So based on what I was talking, choose the right shampoo. Mistake number 5 is not using the right amount of shampoo. A lot of people use too much shampoo and some use too little. But what happens if you use too much shampoo, it's gonna dry out your scalp, and when you rinse out the shampoo is gonna rinse out out through your mids and ends, and that's gonna lead to drying out your mids and ends too. And if you use too little shampoo, you won't get rid of all the product buildup that you have in your scalp. But let me tell you how you find the right amount of shampoo. I always say start off with a peanut size of shampoo, and then over time you see, okay, did it actually clean my scalp or not? And if it works, then it's good. But if you see, there's still some product left in there, I should maybe use some more shampoo. But if it's fine, why use more? But trust me, you don't need as much shampoo. Especially people with thinner hair, you don't need as much. Like I maybe need more shampoo than you do. So just if you watch one of my videos where I wash my hair, you should not use the same amount of shampoo. Mistake number 6 is not applying shampoo the right way. Right away, don't you ever apply shampoo to your mids and ends. And I know I already said it on the last point, but hear me out again. The shampoo that you put on your scalp is gonna rinse out through your mids and ends. And that should be enough to get your mids and ends clean. And now if I hear anyone saying, no, but it's still gonna leave some product in the mids and ends of my hair, I have to wash my mids and ends. No, you don't. You know what you gotta do? What you gotta do is you gotta switch your products. Because if the product builds up so much on your mids and ends, then the product is just bad. Because a good quality product should rinse out with the shampoo that is coming from your scalp and not by applying shampoo extra to your mids and ends. Another common mistake what I see people doing is they foam up the shampoo in their palms. You should not do that, because what happens when you do that is you just apply the foam of the shampoo on top of your hair when you actually want to work the product into your scalp. So please stop doing this when you apply shampoo into your palms. Just put it into both of your palms and then work it nice into your hair. And another mistake I see people making is when applying the shampoo is they're not focusing on the most important area, and that is back here. Back here is where most of the buildup is stored. When you wash your hair, focus on this back area mainly, because in front of here and here, there won't be as much buildup. Mistake number 7 is not being gentle to your scalp. Now let's say you did it correctly, you just applied the shampoo onto your palms, and then all of a sudden you just start rubbing the shampoo onto your scalp really aggressively. And especially for the man out there, I've seen it in a lot of commercials and a lot of people posting videos about hair care, but please don't wash your hair extremely aggressive. When your hair is wet, it's in its most fragile state. So what you shouldn't do is be aggressive to it, or else it's gonna break. So what I always recommend is work it nice and gentle into your scalp. Use circular motions, really take yourself time. It's like brushing your teeth, you know, you don't brush your teeth like this. You slowly go over each tooth and clean it. And that's what you should do with your hair too. And what I love using on top of my fingertips is the scalp scrubber. The scalp scrubber is so nice because it really gives you a deep clean. And whenever I use a scalp scrubber, I feel like my scalp is extra clean. And the best benefit of it is that it promotes blood circulation to your scalp. I mean, what else do you want? It doesn't get better than this. Mistake number 8 is not double cleansing. When I asked some of my friends if they've ever double cleansed their scalp, 99% of them said never. I mean, why would I wash my hair 2 times in a row, back to back? Let me explain you why it's so important. First of all, if you only wash your hair once, you're not getting rid of all the oils. Because the first wash is just going over the upper layer of the oils. And you know what you can compare it to? Is like washing a pan. Because if you wash a pan full of oils, you need to double clean it too. Because whenever I clean the pan just once, I can see and feel the grease still on my finger. So I always just clean it twice and then it's actually clean. And that's the same with your hair. And for most people that think double cleansing is so overrated, maybe you say after 1 wash your hair is already clean, but then you made a huge mistake. Then you wash your hair too early again, because you shouldn't wash your hair when it's not necessary. Just because you want to wash your hair doesn't even make any sense. You want to wash your hair when it's dirty and then you double cleanse it and get it clean. But you don't want to wash your hair when it's still 50% clean, then wash it just once and then 2 days later you wash it again. Rather wait 3 to 4 days between washes and then double cleanse. Mistake number 9 is not washing all the products out. Please make sure when you wash your hair to get the shampoo away from your scalp and your hair. Make sure you stand under the shower head like in the beginning for at least 1 minute to make sure that all the shampoo is gone. Or else what's gonna happen is that the following product that I'm gonna talk about on the next step won't get absorbed as good. So please don't be the person that leaves half of the shampoo on their hair. Mistake number 10 is not using a conditioner or a hair mask. If you only wash your hair with shampoo and then don't use a conditioner or a hair mask, you're gonna have some long-term problems. Because I explained it earlier, what the shampoo does is, the shampoo shampoo strips away your scalp's natural oils that your scalp needs to give your hair strands the moisture. And to get that moisture back, you need a conditioner, because the conditioner or the hair mask is going to give you all the protein back that you lost when you wash your hair with shampoo. Now, why am I saying conditioner and hair mask? Because both are really essential. A hair mask is a conditioner just 10 times a conditioner, because it has so many moisturizing ingredients in there that you only need a hair mask once a week. But let's say you wash your hair 2 to 3 times a week, then you need to use a regular conditioner on these days. And how are you going to find the right conditioner and hair mask? Like I said earlier, let's split it again into dry and oily hair. For dry hair like me, you need extra hydration. So get a hydrating conditioner and an intense hydration hair mask. And for people with oily hair, get a hair thickening conditioner and a hair thickening hair mask. Mistake number 11 is using conditioner and hair mask at the same time. I already said it at the last mistake that you should not use both at the same time and split it up onto multiple days. But let me explain you why. A conditioner and a hair mask are literally the same product because they give you the same results. Just the hair mask is a little bit more intense because it has more protein in there. So if you use the hair mask and after that a conditioner, it's literally just a waste of product. You don't need to use both. Just use it on one day, the hair mask, and then on the other 2 days that you wash your hair, the conditioner. That's it. You don't need to use both on the same day. Mistake number 12 is not using the right amount of conditioner or hair mask. Let's split it into the 2 categories again. Dry hair people, like me, need way more conditioner than oily hair people. Because people with oily hair have naturally already so moisturized hair, so you don't need as much. So if you look at me applying the hair mask, you can see I use way more than probably you need. So please figure out what hair type you have and then choose the right amount of conditioner to apply onto your hair. And yeah, oily hair people are so lucky because they save so much money. They probably need just 2 conditioners a year, whereas I need like 5. Mistake number 13 is not distributing the hair mask or conditioner properly. For people with curly hair, this is your time to shine. When you have that hair mask or conditioner on your hair, you need to grab a detangling brush or a white tooth comb and detangle your hair, because finally, it's really easy and smooth to detangle your hair. And at the same time, you distribute the product properly. So if you don't do that when you apply conditioner, I can help you. And for people with thinner hair, I would be a little bit careful if you want to do the same, because for people with thinner hair, they're more likely to break when their hair is wet. Also when their hair is coated in conditioner. So how do you properly distribute the conditioner if you have thin and oily hair? I would just use your hands, because if you properly go through your hair and apply it everywhere, really make sure also in the back, because a lot of people tend to miss out the back, then you're good, because you don't need to detangle your hair in the shower. You can do that also when your hair is dry. Mistake number 14 is not using the right water temperature to wash off the conditioner or hair mask. I know in the beginning I said you should use lukewarm water, but what did I say too? You should use lukewarm water to open up the hair cuticle. But now, since we're at the end of our washing routine, you want to turn the water temperature down because you want to close the hair cuticle. So it is extremely important when you wash off the conditioner or the hair mask to use the right water temperature, or else all the hydration benefits that you just got from that product are gone. And no, the water doesn't have to be freezing cold. I just turn it a little bit down, not too cold, because I also don't like cold water as much. But doing that is gonna make your hair look so much better. Mistake number 15 is using a towel to dry your hair. At this point, I feel like everyone watching this has already heard that you should not use a normal towel on your hair. But most of the people with curly hair, we don't even need a towel because we need the moisture that we just got to lock it in later with the following products. But for people with thin, oily hair, you need to get rid of that excess water. So what I recommend you is to get a microfiber towel or an old t-shirt, because both of them are great to dry your hair without hurting them. Mistake number 16 is not locking in the moisture with the leave-in conditioner. This is the biggest mistake everyone makes out there. You could have done everything right until this point, but if you miss out on this step, it was all for nothing. And when I tell you that most people don't use this step, I feel like none of my friends uses a leave-in conditioner, which doesn't make any sense to me. Because why would you wash your hair with a conditioner, then wash it out, and then not use a leave-in conditioner? Because the conditioner that you just used gives you the hydration benefits only for a certain amount of time. That's why you need a leave-in conditioner. Because with the leave-in conditioner, you're gonna lock in that moisture that you just got from that conditioner or the hair mask. And if you don't do it, you're gonna lose it all. And who wants to lose that moisture if you just got it? When it comes to which type of leave-in conditioner you should use, let's split it again into 2 groups, dry hair and oily. If you have dry, thick hair, you need a heavy leave-in conditioner. Because I've tried a different leave-in conditioner, more of a lightweight leave-in conditioner, and that leave-in conditioner didn't do anything at all to my hair. It just left my hair like I didn't have any leave-in conditioner in. But at the same time, for people with oily hair, if they use a too heavy product, their hair is just gonna look super greasy and weighed down because the product is too heavy. So most people with thin oily hair, you need a lightweight leave-in. And mistake number 17, you're washing your hair too often. I already mentioned it earlier when I was talking about why you should double cleanse, but most people wash their hair way too frequent. And I always say you should only wash your hair when it needs to be washed. Don't wash your hair when it's still clean. And if that's after 4 days, let's say you didn't work out, you didn't sweat, and your hair still looks good after 4 days, why should you wash it? You shouldn't be too specific with the days you wash your hair, because sometimes it's after 3 days, sometimes it's after 5 days. Just wash your hair whenever it's dirty. Let me give you guys a little reference. I wash my hair about 2 to 3 times a week, but it's leaning more towards 2 times recently. But do whatever is best for you. What works for me doesn't mean it works for you. Maybe you only need to wash your hair once a week, or maybe you need to wash it 4 times a week. Who knows? I hope you know now how to properly wash your hair. If you want to use the products that I'm using for my hair type, make sure to check out the link in the video description. Don't forget to subscribe for more hair care tips, and make sure to watch this video because YouTube is recommending it for you.